Hi folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the tailgate. It's been a while since I've done a tailgate talk, and I've got another project that I'm gonna be working on pretty soon. It's nothing major, a simple project, but I wanted to give y'all a look at it because I was thinking on it while I was making a list of things that I need to get done. I'm sure, like myself, most of y'all grew up shooting 22 long rifle, and what I'm fixing to show you, my old man has one like it that I grew up shooting that he got from his granddaddy. And the actual rifle that I've got, my granddaddy ended up with at some point along the way and then passed it along to me. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, so what we have here is a Winchester Model 67. And best my memory, I know they started making them in 1934, but I believe they quit making these in 1961. This rifle that I have here, is between a 34 and a 37 because of a few different things. The finger groove stock was an earlier thing. I can't tell you exactly when they stopped doing that, but that was a feature to the earlier rifles. The main thing that tells me 34 to 37 was in 1937 they stopped doing the exposed takedown screw here that's knurled. They went to a recessed takedown screw. On the earlier ones, of course, this one's done long since wore off for the most part. The bolt was chrome, the safety was chrome, and the hammer was supposed to be chrome, but this one's blued, so I don't know if it's been replaced some point along the way or if it was like later of this run and this was right when they system transition. I can't explain that to you. At some point, the stock was refinished with some kind of lacquer and it is starting to crack. That'll get stripped off, and I'll go back with just a traditional oil finish, but the wood is in really good shape. The bluing is just about gone. You can see it is, for a 90-year-old rifle, it's showing its age. When I do my Sporter 1917 rifle, when I rust blue it, I'm going to put this in there with it, and it's going to get a rust blue job also. It's got just a typical spring blade rear sight with that step adjuster. Has a little marking there that lines up to show you sort of the center. At some point in its life, the front sight was changed. I don't know if y'all can make it out to a Lyman front sight. It has the Winchester proof marks on the barrel / receiver and the bolt right there. These are a one piece. The barrel and receiver is all one piece on these. That's your trigger pin. Look at the markings here. Made in USA, Winchester repeating arms, New Haven, Connecticut, model 67-22 short, long, and long rifle. Let me take the takedown screw out of it, and I'll show you how the trigger and all looks on it. All right, takedown screw. If it's supposed to come out, I've never been able to get it out. I think the washer that's on it is stuck up in the stock. But your trigger has got a spring. If y'all can see that, it's recessed up in the wood. And it just floats on that pin right there. And it is, I mean, it's just nothing. These are very simple. I mean, they're very simple. You hammer, your trigger slides up in your sear right here, and it's when you pull your hammer back, of course that's how your safety is, all your trigger does is pull down on that sear right there, bam, she fires. It's held in place with it's got a dovetail that this spring that holds the sear in place, and then your takedown screw threads into that. I mean, there's really nothing to them. All right, put this back together. All right, we got it back together. I figured I'd shoot a little bit of it and just kind of show you the general operation of these old rifles. Give you a look there of this thing in the sunshine. That old urethane on the stock, to be cracked up, it still looks pretty good. This is a gun I squirrel hunt with a good bit, and every now and again it gives a little problem with the extractor. I think the extractor's a little bit wore, because the chamber is good and clean. I've actually kind of polished it a little bit with a brush to make sure that it was good and clean. And sometimes it don't want to extract. So well, I'll give you a few rounds and we'll see how it does today. It's something about a 22. I could get out here and shoot these things all day. Extracted that time. Like I say, sometimes it's like I don't know if it's certain casings get hung up or what, but I've noticed it. See, like right there. All right. It partially extracts. And sometimes you can wiggle it back and forth and it'll come out. The way that extractor works, if y'all can see that, there's a groove. There's your extractor, and there's a groove down in there. Well, when you close the bolt, let me just show you. When you close the bolt, that extractor goes up in that recess, and then when you pull it out, it's supposed to pull that casing out and flip it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I don't know if it's the casing or if, this 90-year-old rifle's showing a little wear and tear on it. See, it didn't extract that time. That's something I'm gonna have to address with this thing. Like I say, when I get ready to work on the M1917, I'm gonna rust blue it using Brownell's Formula Rust Blue. As I mentioned in my previous video, Evan, he's rust blued several things with their formula, and I like the color that theirs puts off. So when I get ready to do that, I'll tear this thing down and do all the metal pieces on it, redo the stock with an oil finish, and see if I can't get it back looking right. Another thing, it is, like I said, a 90-year-old rifle, and there's no telling how many rabbits and squirrels and small game this thing's fed families with in its history. But the bore is getting a little wear in it, and the rifling's not as strong as it used to be. Brownells also sells a sleeve, a rifled sleeve, and essentially what you do is you bore the old rifling out all the way through, and I think that thing, you get it to whatever tolerance it is, and then there's, I think, green Loctites which you put on. You press that sleeve into this barrel and recrown it and cut your chamber with a chambering thing, and you essentially got a 90-year-old rifle that's got new rifling. And I may do that too and document that for y'all also. But I appreciate y'all coming by. If this is your first time on my channel, I'd ask that you check out my other videos. Give me a like and a subscribe. If you're on Instagram, check me out on there too. I'm all the time posting pictures and different things on there. It's the same handle, JC Hunt. If you do go do any shopping with Brownells, make sure you use code BOP10. That'll save you 10% off $150 or more. And at the time of this recording, they're also doing free shipping on anything over $99. So make sure you take advantage of that. I appreciate y'all, and I'll catch y'all around next time. Thank you.